Hey, come through, just you or your crew. I just want to tell you about some news you could use with the All Black Matters podcast. Hey. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of the All Black Matters podcast. I'm your girl, Rivka. You know how we do here. Talk about everything black culture related, from the thing that you love the most to the thing that, kind of isn't the best. This week, I wanted to do like a media takeover, right? So we just going to be talking about some things that I've been watching, really and truly, and the things that I would recommend to you guys, things that I liked. There isn't very many things that I would say I didn't like so much. So it's going to be my favorites. We're going to talk about my favorites, and then we're going to talk about some music, listens, and, little stuff like that. That's how we're going to do it today. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. So the way I'm going to do this so that it's easier for you guys to follow is I'm going to break up the categories. So I have first category is Netflix. Second category is Hulu, just so that you already know where you can find these things, because I think that's just the easiest way to do it. Now, let me let you know right now, I'm not having a long list for you. It's pretty much 3 or 4 shows in each category that I have been watching, just because for Netflix, I feel like I haven't been finding things like that really stand out to me as of recently. And I've also, just so you guys know, have been looking for stuff that's just a little bit more lighthearted and more like just like a passive watch, if that makes sense. Something that I can just laugh, watch it, and not be like in my feelings too heavy about. Because again, I just needed a break. There's a lot going on. I'm actively being a part of, revolt and change in every other part of my life. And I just wanted to, while still watching and consuming black art and black media and black film, also just have something that would make me laugh, and make me feel okay, this is positive and not something that's going to make me feel really dark. So with all of that being said, let's get straight into the Netflix. The Netflix. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the show that I probably watched the oldest show, if that makes sense, the one that I finished a long time ago. I hope that makes sense. So the name of the show is called Black Lightning. I'm sure you probably have seen it on your Netflix. I don't know, you might have scrolled by it. You might have said, hey, let me take a look. You may have been like, oh, it's a superhero show. I'm not really into that. Or maybe not. Maybe you just didn't even know about it. This show I really liked, though, because I'm not a huge Marvel or superhero kind of I don't really watch stuff like that on a regular basis, because it's just not something that's super is super interesting to me. But like I said before, I was looking for something that was different, something that was more lighthearted, something that was just fun to watch and just chill, And I came across Black Lightning. I don't even know how long ago, but I remember when I started watching it, I kind of really liked it. And the reason I liked it was it's obviously a black superhero, so that's first. I like the family dynamic, though, more so than anything else, because he is superhero by night and principal of a inner city school by day. And his family, his wife is a black woman doctor. He has 2 girls, and his girls go to the school. Well, one of his girls goes to the school that he teaches at, works at. And the other girl, I think I don't know, when it starts, I think she's just getting out of school, because I know she's a grown woman. So I know that I think at the beginning she was starting to get out of school. I'm not really sure, because I watched it such a long time ago, but I really remember liking the dynamic of the family. I remember liking seeing the fact that, obviously there's a black woman, dark skin, short hair, given I'm cute and I don't care and I'm educated. How about that? I love that. I always love seeing black women and be casted in positive lights. So that was something that I really loved. I just love the strength in the family dynamic, how much he cared about his family, and just you could see how things kind of progress as I don't know how to explain it without telling the story, but basically he has superpowers. His family gets very heavily involved with that. And so it becomes a family thing. So if you're into that, please do watch it. It's a really good film. I mean, a really good series. So, and there's hella episodes. So if you're just bored and got shit else to do, I mean, do that. Why not? So that's one of them. The first one. The second one that's kind of in the, superhero Marvel-y kind of vibes as well is called Raising Dion. Now, I love this show because I like the fact that he was a little boy and he was a superhero, I like the fact that, because there's a difference when you're a grown person. Like, you see a lot of these films about superheroes and stuff and villains and all this stuff, and they're adults. So it's a kind of a different dynamic to see an adult be a superhero and how they don't believe and all that other stuff. When you see this little kid and he's just so full of life and full of love and full of energy. And of course he believes in superheroes. Of course, it's just a different dynamic. I love that he's a little black boy and he's so cute, guys. He's so cute. And, just the way his mom loves him and wants to protect him from the world, and just him being a black little boy too, and what that dynamic is for her. And I just love the premise of it being pretty much that he's a child, because it's so much richer, I think, because of that. So yeah, I definitely recommend that too. I'm being very vague, y'all. So if y'all be like, girl, you ain't even telling us what it's about, really, it's because I want you to watch it. Just know it's a superhero show and it's good. Right? So those are those two. I have two more for you guys that's not superhero related. Well, kind of one is, to be fair. But I want to give you guys the other one first, and then I'm going to go back to that kind of animated show. So the third show that I've been watching that's more recent in my, I guess, lineup would be called Blood and Water. Now, I love this show. This is something I came across and I was like, ooh, this is different. Let me see what this is about. So basically the premise of the show is about a girl who grows up in Cape Town, South Africa, and just basically what her life is like. I love the idea of having a teen rom-com-y kind of vibe coming from South Africa, something that we haven't really seen a whole lot of, and her just having a normal, regular life. She has certain dynamics and stuff that's going on in her family, and it plays out in the way that she sees herself and, how she connects with certain people that's around her. I just love the fact that I don't know, I just been on my kiddie type of time. I just been on my very teenage, just being reminiscent of what that was like, nostalgic and stuff like that. And it's a pretty much just a regular show about what that girl's life is like and how she ends up meeting a girl who she believes to be her sister, long lost sister. So child, while it is regular and it got all the regular day-to-day things that your Disney Channel shows would have, it definitely gives it a little bit of a spin, and it's really, really good. So it has some mystery in there, some detective work they be doing and all that good stuff. So it's definitely a good watch. So I would recommend it highly, and it's fun, it's chill, So, and the last one this one, guys, I feel like some people are going to be like, Rivka, you watch that? You watch that. But I do. And hear me out. It's really good. So the name of this last show on Netflix is called Kipo. Now, you may have seen, I'm just even just thinking about what people are going to be like, girl, sis, really? No, but I really, really, really like this show. It is an animated show, so it's a cartoon. If you know me well, I love a cartoon. But I don't like the kind of cartoons that's American Dad and Family Guy. No, I like my Hey Arnolds, my Jimmy Neutrons, my Fairly Odd Parents. I'm on that type of time. So I found this show that is kind of like that in a sense, but not, So it's a show called Kipo, and it does have kind of a superhero essence to it. But what I really like is that the family, the parents of the girl Kipo. Kipo is the main character, by the way. It's a girl. She's the main character. Her parents, she gets lost from her parents. Or how would you say? She gets separated from her parents at the age of I think it's 12 or something like that. I can't give away too much of the premise because then you're going to know. But basically, she gets separated from her parents. And now her quest is to find her parents and to find her home and the people in the place that she kind of knows, right? And she goes on this journey and she meets friends and all the stuff along the way. And it's really cute, guys. It's really nice. It does have a lot to do with like futuristic kind of vibe. And I'm very much on that. So if you ever watch like Black Mirror, it's not the same thing as Black Mirror, but it's like a animated kind of version of like what the future would look like for us and stuff like that. So if you're into that, definitely check it out. I love it a lot. I deadass cried. The last couple episodes, I was really in tears. I'm not even gonna joke. Like, I was really in tears. I really like it. So, yeah, I mean, check it out. Let me know what you guys think of those. Those are like my Netflix top picks for right now. Now, again, like I said, there are other shows out there, but I just been on some like chill time. Like, I'm not trying to watch too much heavy stuff right now, right? Like, it's there for you guys. There's a whole section, I think, on Netflix that talks about Black stories, and a lot of it is, documentary based and things like that. And if you want to educate yourself in that way, definitely do that. But I also know that balance is important, at least for me. So that's why I'm giving y'all a little bit of a lighthearted one. All right, guys. And now we're going to go into the Hulu section of things. So to be fair, most of my Hulu stuff is from HBO. So if you don't have Hulu and you have HBO, then same type of vibes. One of them isn't, I believe, on HBO, if I'm not mistaken. There's one that isn't. But I just want to let you guys know, preface with saying, as I said before, it's very HBO. So the first one that I really, really liked that I've been watching is kind of different for me. Like, I'm usually not into these kind of shows. But for some reason, like, I really like this show. And it's called Ballers. And the main character is Dwayne Wade. And not Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Johnson. Not Dwayne Wade. Absolutely not Dwayne Wade. But anyway, it's a football show. It very much is reminiscent for me of The Game. If you guys ever watched The Game back in the day, it kind of gives me that kind of vibe. It's not the same thing, obviously. It's very much, I feel like 2.0, if that makes sense. It's very much I got money, look at me, but at the same time, they have a lot of real issues that I thought were like really interesting. Like, they talk about like how, football players are injured and, have to deal with certain things that nobody kind of talks about, concussions and things like that, family dynamics and, just different nuances within trying to be someone in that field and like what it's like for you when you're done kind of thing. So I thought that was really cool. It's an angle that I never really thought about because I don't really think about sports like that. I'm not a sports person, but I think it's cool. I like the show. I like it that it's also just something that it's a nice escape. So there's that. Another one that I like off of HBO is, and obviously like Insecure is a part of this too, guys. It's just I'm trying to think of shows that probably people are not already talking a lot about. So, that's why Insecure is not on this list. But another show that just came out that I really, really like, and I just saw the first episode of, is called I May Destroy You. Now, I really, really like this show because I love the lead. Her name is Michaela. I think it's Coel is how you say her last name. And I think she's a really great artist. A really great actress. And I seen her in Chewing Gum. If she's the star in Chewing Gum, if you know that show on Netflix. And I didn't really like Chewing Gum so much, but I really liked her character. I liked the way that she was able to just have range, I really, really like seeing her in that. So now that she's on HBO, I think it's great. And I would definitely watch it if I were you. It's definitely a different vibe to what she did before. It's a definitely more grown, adult kind of series. And I don't know, I just like the nuances of it. I like the fact that she's not your typical, Black female lead. So it's definitely like giving us a different perspective as who can be perceived to be the star of a show, because we've had this other, me, I'm always get into like the, these kind of conversations, even if it is a lighter topic. But so, yeah, I really like seeing that. I like seeing myself in her kind of vibe. So there's that. There's also this one, I think is also just on Hulu. I don't think that this one it's definitely not on HBO, but I know that it's on Hulu for sure. It's called Little Fires Everywhere. Now, this is a little bit of a deeper one, but it's a really good show. So this show is basically about a Black family who are kind of like nomads. Her mom, the main character, and her daughter, Kerry Washington, I don't remember the child actress's name, but the mom's an artist, and they kind of like go from city to city. They are poor, or seemingly poor, and they coming to this town, and they meet this white family who kind of like wants to help them seemingly in the beginning. And there's just a lot of nuances that happen throughout the relationship or throughout the dynamic between those two families. And it's just really, really interesting, guys. So I'm pretty sure you've heard of Little Fires Everywhere. So if you haven't, go check it out. It's definitely a good watch. And yeah, those are pretty much my top picks from those two categories. So watch those. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think. All right, guys. So that was pretty much that. So now we're going to get into my music, my top picks. I'm going to give you guys 3 songs that I've been listening to kind of like on repeat this week. Like I just been banging these out. Like these have been my songs. Like obviously I've been listening to other stuff, but these have been the ones that I've just been heavy rotation. So first one I'm going to get into is a song called Captain by this artist called Hey Choppy. Now, if you don't know, I'm very much into my Caribbean vibes. I am Trini, and most of the time I'm listening to dancehall. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I'm listening to something that's from the Caribbean, it's usually dancehall music. I get my reggae in there here and there. I definitely love a good Beres Hammond. You know what I mean? Like I'm on that. But most of the time I'm listening to like a Dexter Dabbs, a Popcorn, and them type of vibes there. But I love my soca still. Don't get it twisted. I definitely love my soca, and this is definitely a soca vibe that I have been. It's just so sweet. It's just, I love it. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Yeah, that's been my waistline rolling to that all week, okay? Yeah, so that's my first one. My second pick, though, getting straight into the next one, is called +44 by Lotto Boys. And this is how it goes. I don't know what it is, but that just gives me life. Like, I'm just like, yes. It's definitely one of those ones that I work out to. Like, I'll just like be stretching and stuff to that song. Moving right along to the third pick, my third pick. Now, this one is definitely a dancehall vibes. Had to put that in there. Come on, that's what I listen to. That's what I love. So this new Dexter Dabbs Breaking News. Yeah, so pretty much those are my top picks for this week. I have just been banging out to them 3 songs pretty much. Mainly the first and the last one. The middle one just here and there, to be honest. But yeah, if you guys like those, let me know. And also, if you guys have any suggestions for songs, hit me up. Let me know about that. All Black Matters podcast on Instagram. And if you have anything else to say to me about anything else under the sun, I'm here for y'all. We gonna chat. We gonna talk. We gonna do what we gotta do. You get me? We just got onto Apple Podcasts. Okay, we expanded. Okay, I'm hype about it. All right, so if you listening on Apple Podcasts, shout out to you. Okay, let me let you know. Shout out to everybody, but shout out to you because we just got on there. I'm really, really excited. I'm so happy about this, guys. And tune in next week for more of me just acting a damn fool. Have a great week, guys.